So, dann legen wir los. Schönen guten Tag alle zusammen. Herzlich willkommen am Flughafen Zürich zu einem sehr speziellen Tag heute. Der Erstlandung des Swiss A350 in Zürich. Ich bin der Joel von Zurich Airport Spotter und ich lade euch an, hier heute dabei zu sein. Ihr habt vielleicht auf Flightradar bereits gesehen, die Maschine ist bereits unterwegs. Es ist noch kein Bild des A350 auf Flightradar drauf, das ist glaube ich eine DC-9, die gleiche Immatrikulation hatte damals. Und die Ankunft erwarten wir um kurz nach 15 Uhr Ortszeit. Ich sehe bereits, es sind bereits über 100 Leute dabei, das ist ja der Wahnsinn. 40 Likes schon fast, auch toll. Und ja, bis der A350 hier ist, werden wir uns mit der Rush Hour ein bisschen beschäftigen und dann werde ich euch langsam aber sicher einstimmen auf diesen historischen Moment. Ich wünsche euch ganz viel Spaß und ja, genießt es. Good afternoon everybody and welcome to Zurich Airport. I'm Joel from Zurich Airport Spotter and I invite you to join me for a historic afternoon here at Zurich Airport with the first landing of the Swiss Airbus A350, already on the way from Toulouse to Zurich, and is expected to arrive here shortly after 3 p.m. local time. Until then we will be busy with observing the early afternoon rush hour departures, so we will not get bored at all, I can promise you. And well, I wish you lots of fun and enjoy this historic moment here at Zurich Airport. And I see we are already over 100 people here, that's incredible. And I see some names which I've seen before. Aviation Galaxy, welcome. Then Pierito is here, Michael, Polat, Nino, Diego, Muharrem, Aviation Maldives is here. Easy 887, Cyril, Joe Like Trains. And John is also here. Welcome everybody, and I hope you enjoy the show here. You may let me know in the live chat whether the audio is okay. No noise or echo whatsoever. If there is any issues, let me know in the live chat. And well, speaking of Airbus A350s, over there we have one, which is Hotel Foxtrot, which was the first Edelweiss A350. Which arrived in March this year, and today it's going to be the first Swiss A350. Aircraft explainer says 1533 ETA for the A350. Okay. Yeah, he won't do a direct route here to Zurich, that's true. He's going to do some sightseeing above the Alps first, around the Matterhorn and the how on earth do you say that in English? Vierwaldstätter See, before he will come to Zurich. So this A350 there, ready for getting the passengers on board, on the way to Dock E, to the parking position, and will later depart to I don't know where, to be honest. So, and we have already the first super chat of the day. Eve, thank you very much for your $2 and your support, highly appreciated, and you all know what that means. Celebration horn, of course. Lake Luzerne, okay, that makes kind of sense. And we actually have a heavy departure on runway 28 there. A330, let me guess, either Dubai or maybe Tel Aviv as well. One of those two, I guess. I'll check on flight radar momentarily. So, the Edelweiss A350 can now cross the runway, accompanied by a follow me vehicle. So, and this one goes to Montreal, the A330, which is just departures. Denn Joey, ja, die die 757 mit der Heckler Aurora-Lackierung, die haben wir gesehen hier im Live-Chat, im Livestream am Sonntag. Und die wird sicher auch noch in einem Video gezeigt werden, so viel steht fest. And I see on flight radar the Emirates A380 is now on final, inbound from Dubai. So let's see. I will probably zoom in a bit and then we will see it going down on runway 14 today. Far away, unfortunately, but for once the A380 is not the main target. Today is everything about the A350, not the one we have on screen right now, but another one in about 2 hours. We will see that one. And Swiss Aviation, good day to you. Glad to see you again. And the Aircraft Explainer is also here. Welcome, everybody. So I have not heard any complaints about the audio so far, so I expect that it's all right. And now I saw the A380 coming out of the fog. Oh, and my camera does not like that at all. Oh my god. Okay, here it is. I hope the autofocus has mercy. Call sign Emirates 11 Mike. And flight number EK87 from Dubai. Michael, it's not only a school class, it's a playground indeed, but I arrived like 3 hours before the scheduled arrival of the Swiss A350 and there were already like 200 people up here. It's going to be a huge crowd today and I was lucky to get even a spot here at the front of the observations deck. Otherwise I would have been screwed, I tell you. It's incredible. I have not expected so many people, to be honest. But well, it went all through the media and free entry onto the observation deck today. That does the rest, I guess. I'm just glad that I got a spot, honestly. So. Foxtrot, Grüße nach Griechenland. Schön, dass du mit dabei bist. And we are waiting just for the first departures of the heavy aircraft rush. The first one is already on the radar. It's a Swiss A330 to Boston and also Thai to Bangkok, a 777 on the radar already. Joey, komm besser früher als später, ehrlich. Also das wird, je später du dran bist, desto mehr wirst du anstehen müssen, tatsächlich. And yeah, the Swiss A350 is indeed already now the most tracked flight on flight radar. Doesn't surprise me at all, but yeah, we will see. And well, I could show you around a bit. On the whiskey positions, we have just seen the A350 of Ethiopian, which arrived today in the morning from Milan, going back today in the evening. Here in Edelweiss A340, chilling, not much going on there. And this Swiss 777 gets some maintenance on the engines as it looks, and gets loaded with catering and also the ISS, that's the cabin cleaning, I guess. Doing their work there. And a bit further to the left, we have an A330 of Swiss. Not much going on there, however, somebody's inside, doors are open. Oh, and we have a little special, a Condor A320 with the breast cancer awareness livery. The pink stripes. We've already seen this quite a few times. However, always nice to see it. Ja, bei der ersten Edelweiss 350 war ich auch hier. Das war auch ein tolles Erlebnis. Es macht immer Spaß, bei so einer Erstlandung dabei zu sein. Beim Bombardier C-Series war ich dabei, bei der 777 natürlich auch. 2016, ist schon fast 10 Jahre her. Es ist unglaublich, wie die Zeit vergeht. Dann beim Edelweiss 350 und jetzt wahrscheinlich bei der letzten Erstlandung für eine ganze Weile. So, and this one goes to the alleyway. Yes, it does. Okay, on the runway we have El Al, I think, with the 737 departing to Tel Aviv. However, I know my audience and usually they want to see something else, and it will appear behind Dock A momentarily. It's an aircraft that has 2 floors, has a wingspan of almost 80 meters, 72 meters long, 24 meters high. It's the A380 that has just landed before. Foxtrot, is that the retired A340? I will check it afterwards, actually. Taxiing very slowly there. Now it appears. Yeah, it would have been nice if we had a special livery today, but okay. It is not our main target anyways. It's just a nice gap filler today. But that doesn't make it less impressive, of course. Even though from this perspective I like it the least, to be honest. This perspective is a bit better, since you see the full wingspan. Now the wings are hanging down. It has been a while since I've seen so many people up here. That is, I expected more people, but not at this hour already. But hey, it shows aviation is fascinating the people since ever. And also this live stream is a quite good sign of that. With so many people already here, so short after we started the show. Okay, El Al is about to take off. That's a good practice opportunity when it comes to camera work. So let's take this opportunity, shall we? Okay. Can I read the... very hardly on this small screen, but it is supposed to be Hotel Bravo Juliet Mike Golf, which got retired lately, or taken out of service. Did the last commercial flight last Friday, if I'm not... Wait, today's Thursday, right? Was it on Friday? I'm not sure. But anyways, a few days ago, and will be ferried to Teruel, if I'm not mistaken, on Monday. Dann Kano, guten Tag an dich und schön, dass du mit dabei bist. Und absolut, die Terrasse ist jetzt schon gut gefüllt, aber das wird noch ganz viel mehr werden später. And I am Tonin617 ist auch mit dabei. Guten Tag und schön, dass du mit dabei bist. So, the next heavy takeoff on runway 28 is the Swiss A330 to Boston. Quite a few A330s going out on runway 28 today. That's a bit annoying, but well. Going full zoom there, and let's see. Here we go. Yeah, despite it's foggy, no wind condensation unfortunately. The dew point is just a bit too low, or the temperature just a bit too high. Oh, speaking of A330s, the next one is already here. Going to Washington, here we go. As close as it gets, that's nice. One of the big advantages here on this spot here. This taxiway right in front of the observation deck, where you can almost touch the airplane, it's so close. Yorkshire Biker, good afternoon to you. And well, just about 2 hours to go and then you will see it. And we have more aircraft on the radar. Air Canada 881, a 777-200 LR to Toronto is ready, and also a Swiss 777 to Miami. Being pushed back from the gate as we speak. Very good. Then Thai is on the radar since a while by now. And Lone Ranger DJ is also in the stream. Good day to you. Glad to see you again. Over 200 people already. Crazy. Welcome everybody. And if you enjoy the show, feel free to like this live stream. Share it with others if you like, and if you want to support me additionally, feel free to join the ZAS AF Geeks for more content specially dedicated to the community and early access to regular uploads. We welcome everybody. So. Ja, also er wird zuerst einen Low Pass machen wahrscheinlich über die Piste und dann wird er hier landen auf dieser Bahn.
Ja, dahinter kommt er zu stehen.
Ja genau, also er wird wahrscheinlich zuerst so eine hin und her rollen, um sich zu präsentieren quasi. Und dann wird er dort hinten angestellt. Genau. Wird schön, ja. Ja, darum hat es auch so viele Leute da. Das ist ja Wahnsinn.
Das ist Abend, jetzt kommen noch mehr.
Es wird pumpenvoll heute, es ist gut, dass sie früh gekommen sind.
Ja, vor allem, wenn man filmen und
Ja.
mit der Fernseher oder so.
Nein, das mache ich privat, auf YouTube. Ja. So. Oh, Himmel nochmal. I'm kicking against the tripod multiple times here. I should stop that, of course. That's not very nice. For you especially. Yes, I'm on the observation stack indeed. All right. We wait for the next heavies, of course. And Johnny, I think it will be longer than 50 minutes because it will do some sightseeing, so to speak, around the Alps first before it comes here to Zurich, around the Matterhorn or like over Lake Geneva, then over the canton of Wallis to the Matterhorn, then across the Alps over the Lake of Lucerne, and then it will come to Zurich. Alright, the Washington A330 is almost at the beginning of the runway, and actually I could switch on ATC. I knew I forgot something. More people are joining, that's great. Jonathan, Philippe, N, El Capitano is also here. Ben, Afcation explains. So many new people, absolutely great. Und das ist gerade gut, dass ich ein paar Leute hier habe, die schon länger mit dabei sind. Lone Ranger DJ, gilt dein Angebot zum Moderieren des Live-Chats immer noch? Dann bestätige mir das bitte kurz nachher. Und vielleicht auch Pierrido, der ist auch schon eine ganze Weile mit dabei. Wenn ihr Lust habt, ab und zu ein bisschen hier zu gucken, ob hier nicht gespammt wird etc., da wäre ich sehr dankbar, weil ich glaube, heute kommen recht viele vorbei hier in diesem Live-Chat. Und damit ich mich auch ein bisschen aufs Filmen fokussieren kann, da wäre ich echt nicht abgeneigt, wenn ich da kurz, oder zumindest für heute, ein bisschen Unterstützung hätte. Nach der Erfahrung vom letzten Sonntag, wo wir diesen Spammer drin hatten, das war relativ mühsam. So, the Washington A330 now lining up on runway 16. Tja, Lone Ranger DJ, vielen Dank. Du wurdest zu ihm befördert. So, and here we have the Swiss 777 to Miami and the A330 to Washington in one screen. In Aerospace Rails, Livius ist auch mit dabei. Schön, dich wiederzusehen. Gut, Pierrido, dann mache ich dich auch zum Moderator in dem Fall. Hallo? Gut, selber? Bist du ready für den 350er?
Ja, mein Bruder ist Großgrundfan.
Ach so, okay. Du bist einfach so da heute?
Weil sonst nicht mehr daheim ist.
Ach so, okay. I see.
Ja.
So.
Letzte Zeit, die geschrieben hat, ich bin auch da.
Wie ist der Username?
Wenn?
Der Ben, ach so, okay. Ja, jetzt habe ich es im Kopf. Ja, ich glaube, ich habe dich kurz gegrüßt. Also, Pierrido, Long Ranger DJ, neu die Moderatoren. Vielen herzlichen Dank für euren Support. Wenn ich noch weitere brauche, dann melde ich mich nochmal. Aber fürs Erste sollten 2 eigentlich reichen. Vielen herzlichen Dank für eure Hilfe. Und mal schauen, wie es läuft. Ich kopiere noch mal kurz die Guidelines rein. Es geht einfach darum, Diskussionen bitte im Aviatik-Kontext belassen, respektvoll miteinander umgehen und kein Spam und keine politischen Statements. Das sind so die wichtigsten hier. So. Ja, Peter, die haben noch eine DC-9 drin im Flight Radar. Das ist, glaube ich, der Flieger, der letztes Mal mit der gleichen Immatrikulation in der Schweiz unterwegs war. And also another option which I have if the chat gets too busy that I can restrict it only for subscribers. I already have the page ready on my cell phone. This then maybe to release the pressure a bit here. But for the moment I think it's just okay. And we wait for the takeoff of the first 2 heavies here. Wow! Livius is gifting 5 ZAS F-Geek memberships, people. Thank you very, very much for your support, man. That is incredible. I unfortunately cannot show you that on the screen because my Yolobox doesn't feature that. And we welcome the new members, Eve John, John Anderson, Philip LM and Alexander Helmut and also Ole Lindgaard. Welcome everybody to the ZAS F-Geeks. You will be included in the F-Geeks banner for the next live stream. And here we have the A330 to Washington taking off. Okay, that camera work was terrible. I hope this gets better during the day. And here we have Austrian Airlines going to Vienna, most likely. So, and then we have Edelweiss 102 Vancouver, an A350 pushed back from the gate. Then Swiss 777 to San Francisco is also ready, taxiing already. I can actually show you that one. Here it comes. It's rush hour time, people. Double 777 shot coming in. The one to Miami in the background lining up right now, and the one to the front is the one to San Francisco. San Francisco, that's a flight I've taken almost 6 years ago actually, also with a 777. Ah, good memories, good memories. Air Canada also pushed back, unfortunately going to runway 28, but that's not a surprise at all. Whoa. Okay, the A350, I just see it on flight radar coming in from Toulouse. To those of you who want to track it on flight radar, it has the call sign SWR1ST and is currently a BM Geneva already, but it will take a while until it's here, I can tell you. Chat is busy today. So that looks like takeoff. I don't hear ATC at all, it's so loud up here. No, there was a takeoff on 28 first. You saw it through the screen, an Embraer of Helvetic. And the routes of the A350, short-haul routes first, El Capitano to Mallorca, then Prague, Düsseldorf, Hanover, and another one. I'm not sure which one. The first long-haul flight to Boston, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. So you can see the Edelweiss A350 to Vancouver, just entering taxiway Echo there. Okay, another takeoff on runway 28 first. Yep. Thank you, Peter. Oh, no. This is the call sign of the Swiss A350, and it's currently south of Geneva already. Then we have Thai pushing back as well. 777 of Swiss to LAX as well now. Wow, they send out all at once today. 100 likes already. You guys are incredible. Thank you very much. And 340 people watching. Wow. Incredible. Yes, Peter, they will fly down the Wallis, the Rhonetal, and then fly around the Matterhorn, if I'm not mistaken. And then over the Brünig Pass, if I read this correctly, to the Lake of Lucerne. And then it will come to Zurich. So, takeoff for the Swiss flight to Miami. Let's take a look, and hopefully my camera work is a bit better than before. I would actually highly appreciate that, also for you. Position myself a bit. Almost 9,000 people tracking the A350, yeah, well, that's not a surprise.
For your information, 2 more reports out of the crossing runway, then it's your turn.
So, this is the first 777 departure of this stream. And this pushback is really annoying. Yeah, thank you. Okay, camera work wise this was better, not perfect yet, but better. And it always looks nice when airplanes are disappearing in the fog. Okay, more 777 action coming up. I guess that's the one to LAX, yes indeed. And the next 777 goes to San Francisco, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. Another double 777 shot there. And let's see. It's always great to see a 777 taking off. One and rotate. That's how I would like to have my camera work at least. Very nice. And next is the Edelweiss A350 to Vancouver. Let's see whether they can depart directly as well or whether they have to wait. Yes, they can. NG Aviation, good day to you. Highfish, Ninja, J-Poker Pilot, Sandro ist auch wieder mit dabei. Clement. Oh, so many people today. Great. As always, an early rotation there.
Air Canada 881 good afternoon, number 340 departure, your departure is fine.
I hate this angle. Way too steep. Yeah, it didn't climb as quickly as I expected. I could have made a better job there filming that thing, but okay. Den OG oder OG, Grüße nach Miami in diesem Fall. Yeah, and the A350 of Swiss has arrived over Switzerland. Den Whiskey Haxel, guten Tag an dich, Grüße nach Bremen. And Anderson Barras, greetings to Brazil. Is that thing really going to cruise like 1 hour over Switzerland? Yeah, he's now over the canton of Wallis. Going over to the Matterhorn afterwards, you'll see him flying a rather unusual route from now on. The J-Poke pilot, greetings to Bern, die Hauptstadt. Oh, so many people today. Great. Over 400 people, wow. Incredible. And it's already hundreds of people up here, I'd say. And people, I found something. When we speak of the A350, the arrival of the A350 is also the beginning of the end, so to say, of the A340, and here we have one. We'll be departing in a few minutes here on runway 16. So, let's just do the rush hour their work there. So, Storybeats ist auch mit dabei. Guten Tag an dich. Und Luc is also here. Great that you're here, everybody. Okay, Air Canada on runway 28. Hopefully I don't forget that. I've expected many people, but not at this hour already. Crazy.
Good afternoon, hold to the runway 28.
So, Pierrido und Lone Ranger, alles okay bei euch? Kommt ihr klar oder ist es zu viel? Sonst befördere ich noch einen mehr.
Meanwhile, while waiting, you can update the Sierra code to
So, denn Tomo oder Chimon, ich weiß nicht, wie man deinen Namen ausspricht, aber okay. Die Zuschauerterrasse ist schon gut gefüllt und ja, sie wird noch viel besser gefüllt sein in etwa einer Stunde. Oh. Then we have somebody asking why the 777 cannot line up. This is a good chance that I can show you my favorite graphic. People who have joined us more like already a few weeks ago will know it. Here we go. You see the runway system, then in blue the departure routes out of runway 16, and in red or orange-ish the go-around path of the approach of runway 14, and as you can see those routes are conflicting with each other at 2 points, and therefore you cannot have simultaneous landings and departures on runway 14 and 16, and currently we have landing traffic on runway 14, and that's why they cannot depart on 16. What they can do, however, is take off on 28, and here we have Air Canada doing that right now.
Air Canada 881, contact departure, have a good flight, bye-bye. Air Canada 881, over to departure, bye-bye.
Okay, so long, and have a nice flight to Toronto in there. And the 777, by the way, is not the first one anyway. We have here an Edelweiss A320, which is going to do an intersection departure from the taxiway entry Echo 3. They do this from time to time, if they don't need the full runway. John Anderson, yeah, the weather is not that good, however, I'm not unhappy about that, to be honest, because otherwise we would have had the light coming from the front, and like this we wouldn't have seen the A350 much better. We would have been watching directly into the sun, to be honest. So okay, I see one more aircraft on final for runway 14, and I think then we will get this A320 released. The go-around procedures, I absolutely can explain that again. Alright, you see here in blue the departure routes of runway 16. Depends on whether you go east or west, you do the full circle or just half of it. And then in orange you see the approach and missed approach route of runway 14. And here you see the missed approach route and the departure route. They cross at 2 points. And of course, if you have two aircraft on these routes, those are potential collision points. And this is why you cannot land and depart at the same time on runway 14 and 16. It's either landings on 14 or takeoffs on 16. Okay, takeoff for the Edelweiss A320. I don't have it on flight radar. I cannot tell you where it goes to, unfortunately. I wish I could, but well. I think I'm going to film that one because it will stay quite a bit on the runway. Maybe even until it reaches our, not position of course, but like the same level. So that was the small A320, and you guys have been asking about the 777. Now on the runway and will be released momentarily, I guess. Tripod head please lock, thank you very much. So, Gran Canaria, okay, Edelweiss A320 depart to Gran Canaria. This 777 now on screen goes to Los Angeles and has just received takeoff clearance.
Taxi to Echo 1, hold short of runway 16. Video Echo 1, hold short of runway 16. Tango, your departure in approximately 10 minutes.
Now you can see how he turns left. That's the long left turn you saw on the graphic before, and now it disappears in the fog. So here we have KLM from Amsterdam, Embraer 190 if I'm not mistaken. And the next 777 is already on the runway. It's the Thai 777 to Bangkok, Thai flight 971. And already takeoff clearance, so I guess we have a look, shall we? That's one of the flattest departures we've seen today. Swiss ones went. Swiss 777s went out a bit steeper. But okay. And we have the A340 now going to Shanghai. Well, that's the airplane by which will get replaced by the A350 in the end, people. So let's see how flat this departure will be. I want a nice long takeoff row, please. It directly went into the people's faces, so I had to let it fly. But never mind. So here we have the A340 of Edelweiss.
We have normal, but probably the bird was mistake. Okay, we'll let you know. Contact departure to the dock with the room.
And we have over 600 people watching. That's a huge record here. So this is a milestone, and this gives the big horn, of course. Welcome everybody, and I hope you enjoy the show. And it's just about officially 1 hour until the A350 of Swiss is here. However, it's already cruising above Switzerland. And I have seen a question why he is cruising low altitude above southern Switzerland. They do some photo flight or photos at the moment above the Alps. They also fly across the Matterhorn, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, he's doing circles there at 15,000 feet as we speak. And we have many people here which are here the first time. Carlos from Fort Myers, Florida. Greetings to Florida in that case. Dann J Poker Pilot, der A340 fliegt noch etwa bis Anfang 2027, soweit ich weiß. And Scott is also here, welcome. Hamza is also here, Diego. Yeah, I almost lose track, so many people here. Welcome everybody, and I hope you enjoy the show. If you do so, don't forget to hit the like button. And if you want to support me additionally, feel free to join the ZASF Geeks for exclusive content and also early access to the regular uploads. Weekly aviation videos in 4K on this channel, mainly from Zurich Airport. And as we speak, the next one is taxiing out. We see there the United 777-200ER to San Francisco. And TAP Air Portugal departing on runway 28. No lineups on 16 because there is landing traffic on runway 14. Z3 Aviation, schön, dass du wieder mit dabei bist. Und wir haben sehr viele Leute hier oben. Das sind so Handgelenk mal Pi sicher 200. Hätte ich jetzt mal spontan geschätzt. And Joshua, greetings to you as well. Alec is also here. Lone Ranger DJ und Pierido, wie läuft's mit dem Moderieren? Kommt ihr klar oder braucht ihr mehr Leute, die euch noch unterstützen? Wie gesagt, ich kann notfalls auch die Kommentare nur für Abonnenten freischalten. Dann dämmt es sich ein bisschen ein. Ja. Brauche ich nachher selber. Ah, okay. Aber wenn Sie so zwischendurch auch können, fotografieren können. Ja, jetzt gehen die Kämpfe um die Plätze los hier. Okay, Pierido und Lone Ranger, ihr habt es im Griff, danke. Dann Z3 Aircraft, hallo, schön, dass ihr mit dabei seid.
Touristic 2201, wind chill 40 degrees 6 knots, running to 8 clear for takeoff. Takeoff to 8, touristic 220.
Dan René Burger has joined the ZAS F-Geeks. Welcome to you, and of course this deserves a horn for you. Welcome to the ZAS F-Geeks, and I hope you will enjoy it. Ja, Swiss 280, ja, jetzt gehen ein bisschen die Kämpfe um die Plätze los hier. Natürlich jeder ganz nach vorne und so weiter. Jetzt heißt es Plätze verteidigen, so gut es geht. So, now on taxiway we have, right at the back, a 777 to Chicago, then Edelweiss A320 to Tenerife, then the United 777 to San Francisco, and the A330 right at the front goes to New York. Also pushed back is Delta to New York, the 767. Looks like runway 28 today. And Yves Chan, absolutely. With every viewer count that goes up, we have a new record right now. The old one was around at 420 or so from last Sunday, but today this one is probably by far the new record, and let's see how long this one will last, because this is a special event here, of course, of public interest, and therefore more people are joining than usual. Good afternoon. You ready? Dann Words in Landscape. Du findest das gesamte Equipment in der Videobeschreibung. Stativ, Kamera, Mikrofon etc. Ja, ich habe einen guten Platz. Und den muss ich jetzt ein bisschen versuchen zu halten hier. Ich brauche auch Platz, um die Kamera zu bedienen. Das ist ein bisschen vor allem das Hauptproblem. Wenn die Leute zu nahe rankommen, dann kann ich nicht mehr sauber drehen. Das ist natürlich nicht so optimal. So, and here we have a special one. If I'm not mistaken, Iberia with a sticker on there. Well, we have the Edelweiss to Tenerife lining up on runway 16.
Contact departure from Zurich to Panasonic HC-VHX1500. Airport master killing box, wing 3 park, ready to clean up, and 14 set line. Confirm on OS 4 on surface. And line from, just to confirm, continue on you. Behind the enemies, line up runway 16. That's the other reason for line up runway 16. United 45, take the 2. 45.
Are you kidding? The stickers is only on one side? Okay. That's one of the spotter moments, is it? Waiting for it, it turns around and then you don't see nothing special. We had this summer with the Emirates 777, maybe some of you remember. With the Real Madrid stickers, and then when it arrived we noticed that the stickers were removed already. So all the hype for nothing. Ja, Lone Ranger DJ, am letzten Sonntag kamen 180 neue Abonnenten dazu tatsächlich. Dann Giovanni, Grüße nach Rumänien. Adrian ist mit dabei. Herzlich willkommen.
United 45, behind the 777 on your right. Line up runway 162.
Ja, OG, Swiss streamt heute auch, das stimmt. So, and we have the Edelweiss to Tenerife now on takeoff roll. This one will rotate rather early though, so we will see it mainly just the bottom side. Even though Tenerife is a 4-hour flight, not nothing for an A320. Yeah, angle way too steep. But the next one will be a bit better for our purpose. The 777-2, oh, let me see. Chicago O'Hare. And I see the A350 currently cruising around the Matterhorn. That's certainly a nice sight. I think the weather above the mountains is actually quite good today. This will give stunning photos, can't wait to see them.
United 777, line up runway 168. United 777, line up runway 168. Airport 5, you can take off from next week to cross running to it. I can even want to underscore 755 or 1. Right, one bring the change of proof, turning on me top.
Very nice. And here we have an A340 of Edelweiss getting pushed out from Dock B. Spunky 11, ich spreche ab und zu Deutsch, wenn ich Kommentare beantworte, die auf Deutsch geschrieben wurden. Hauptsprache hier ist allerdings Englisch, weil ich eine internationale Community habe. So, this A340 going to Cancun in Mexico.
United 45, wind to low fortune, let it be 3 knots, and 16 clear to kickoff.
However, the United 777 to San Francisco has received takeoff clearance, even though my autofocus doesn't like it as it looks. Okay, jetzt habe ich gepennt. Here we have an A330, I think that's the one to New York. Okay, never mind. Take a look at the A340 there. So, also taxiing to the runway, we have the Cathay A350 to Hong Kong. Speaking of the A350,
Ja, so ist gut. So
so do you have some new people? Aviator Bucket from Manchester, greetings to the UK. TMA01M is also here. Dann Sandro und Mario sind auch da, ja, ZMA Aircraft natürlich. Oh, so many people, incredible. Over 700 if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, almost 800, wow. So, A350. A350 and A340 in one frame. The classic and its successor. Then Yanis, good day to you and greetings to Barcelona. And Sam T, Grüße nach Basel. So then the F-Geek spanner you see now on screen, no worries. Oh, those who joined today will be shown in the next stream, and let's take a look at the Icelandair 757 here. You never know when it is the last one of those. Last Sunday we probably saw the last time when the Hekla Aurora livery was here, and today, who knows, maybe the last Icelandair 757 in general. Alright, it's like two more heavy departures, the Cathay A350 and the Edelweiss A340. So, and the Swiss A350 is currently circling around the Matterhorn as it looks. Oh, Delta on runway 28, okay, that's also not a daily sight, let's put it that way. Here we go. I completely forgot about that one. Well, I have a nice flight across the pond in there. And we are waiting for the last heavy departures there. Let's see who's first, Cathay or Edelweiss. Over 16,000 people are tracking the Swiss 777, the Swiss A350 on flight radar. That's crazy. Could be heading for Zurich unless it's doing some circling around the lake of Lucerne as well. The scheduled time is still after 3 p.m. so I'm curious whether it will arrive that much earlier. From the position it is right there, non-stop, like direct routing, I guess, like, yeah, how many minutes is that? 20 to 25 maybe? Including descent and configuring, etc.
Good afternoon, are you ready? Sir 9 Lima, good afternoon, are you ready? Sir 9 Lima, Roger then, behind Edelweiss, 20 line.
The Swiss stream is starting 14:30, yeah, well done.
Anatolia 3 Sierra Yankee Tower, good afternoon, number 3 for departure. Select 5 Juliet, wind 03, 70 feet 4 knots, 21 forward, clear to land.
So, Qatar A350 from Doha has arrived. Well, this one went a bit under, but I can't show you everything with just one camera, I'm sorry.
Good afternoon. The 3 with Kilo, contact you, Charlie. Hello. Stand at the roll, apron 12855. 60 feet 5 knots, 928, clear for takeoff.
Okay, the observation stack up here gets fuller and fuller. Hundreds of people today. It's been a while since I've seen this deck so crowded. As I said, I was lucky to get a spot here right at the front. It was already quite full when I arrived shortly after 12 o'clock, so... Yves Chan, landing runway is 16 of the A350. Swiss A350. 9, and it would be earlier than expected, okay? I wouldn't say no to that.
7 Bravo Golf, wind 02, 70 feet 3 knots, runway 14, clear to land. Runway 14, clear to land, focus no Bravo Golf. Running Smith 5 Juliet, contact apron 121.855.
Well, actually, fair question. It's not a very special plane by itself. The A350 has been around for over a decade by now. It's just the first one for Swiss, and they're introducing a new cabin. With the A350, a new first class, new business class, and also a new economy class. And therefore it marks quite an important milestone for them. And that's why people are interested in this landing here, I guess. And plus the special livery, of course. That's the disadvantage of a tripod, sorry. Yes, that was actually, currently it seems like the A350 of Swiss is getting accompanied by some FA-18 Hornets of the Swiss Air Force. That was actually planned like that. As soon as it crossed the Swiss border, it was like welcomed, if you like. And now it seems like we have the eyes on their departure. Let's take a look at that, the Boeing 757.
Sir 9 Lima, contact departure, bye-bye. Welcome to Sir 9 Lima, bye.
have a nice flight to Reykjavik in there, and those two heavies are still chilling at the taxiway entries Echo 1 and Echo 2. Dennis, ich weiß nicht, ob man den A350 viel sehen wird, bis er wirklich in den Liniendienst geht. Aber ab und zu wird er sicher herausgestellt werden, aber ein bisschen isoliert wahrscheinlich. Im Werftareal. So, Querido und Lone Ranger DJ, ihr kommt klar mit dem Moderieren oder braucht ihr Hilfe? Wenn ihr Hilfe braucht, dann immer Bescheid geben, gell? Dann kann ich noch jemand weiteren als Moderator befördern. Okay, Swiss A350 currently doing circles above the alleged glacier. They're really doing photos above every landmark in Switzerland as it looks. Yeah, well, if the weather is good, why not? It therefore could really be that it takes another 30 to 35 minutes, maybe even longer until it's here. Okay, maybe until those aircraft take off there, the two heavies, I can quickly introduce you on what we expect actually later. First of all, the A350 is at least planned to do a low pass over runway 16 right in front of us, from the right to the left. Then it will turn around the airport, come back and land on the runway 16. So just where those airplanes are departing from right now. Probably it will stop somewhere around there and will then be escorted by some follow-me vehicles all the way down the runway to the exit Romeo 8, which is this exit here, this taxiway. And at least at the 777 first arrival and the Edelweiss A350 first arrival, they did a water salute there. So the fire brigade was there and they, so to speak, showered the aircraft. This is a traditional ceremony for new aircraft and we expect this today as well. And then it will most likely taxi in front of us, to the right, turn around, and then to the left back, and park at Dock B at the other side. That's how it was at least for the Edelweiss A350, the Swiss 777 like 10 years ago, and we also expect it similar in a similar way today. So here we have Condor with the breast cancer awareness livery. With the pink stripes. Where is it actually going to? Mallorca, maybe? No, to Kos in Greece.
Alpha Juliet in Papa, your departure planned in approximately 9 minutes.
Yeah, I still expect the Swiss A350 to arrive after 3 p.m. actually. All right. The Edelweiss A340 to Cancun is now lining up on runway 16. 910 viewers, that's amazing. Thank you very much for tuning in, everyone, and welcome to this live stream. And it's not a long time anymore until the Swiss A350 will be landing here. And you are all invited to join me for this historic moment here at Zurich Airport.
Turkish 1208, good afternoon. Your departure planned in approximately 6 minutes. You're in sequence. Depart out of the clock, runway.
Okay, Lone Ranger DJ und Pierido, vielen Dank für eure Moderation. Auf jeden Fall, wenn ihr Hilfe braucht, wie gesagt, gebt ihr Bescheid. And also, I would like to thank the provider of the thumbnail picture for this live stream, Spotter on Instagram. I've linked his page in the channel description. He's a plane spotter in Toulouse, and he has made this stunning photo of the Swiss A350 landing in Toulouse and allowed me to use it as a thumbnail for this live stream. Thank you very much to him. And if you would like to see more great pictures from aircraft landing and taking off in Toulouse, the Airbus production plant, then feel free to check out his Instagram. There are many great pictures to find.
Apron 11855, come on.
Okay, Edelweiss A340 has takeoff clearance, so let's take a look and see how shallow the climb out angle will be.
Change of sequence to your favor due to your slot. Line up runway 28 and wait. Lufthansa 2 Tango Uniform Apron 121.855. 118.
Nice and shallow climb out, and the next one is the Cathay A350. This one will climb a bit quicker, I guess, because it's the A350-900 today instead of the 1000. Are we really reaching 1K viewers? My goodness. I knew that some people would join today, but not that many. Incredible. Michael, greetings to Ireland. Welcome to the live stream. Then Poep 363 is also here. Then Peter. Freaky is also here. Welcome. Yeah. I can't just scroll through the entire live stream. It's so much going on. So, Cathay Pacific A350 to Hong Kong, now departing on runway 16. Speaking of A350s, they will get way more common here in Zurich within the next years. The Swiss getting 10 of those and Edelweiss 6 in total. Well, here we have another A350, the Ethiopian one. Arrived today in the morning from Milan and departing again in the evening. Rifat, greetings to New York. Then Cornelia is also here. Great to see you again. Jimlu 98 is here. Asman is here. Welcome everybody. Jonathan is also here. Welcome. Gustavo is here. Christos as well. Welcome everybody. So many new people. Yep, a very international crowd here in this live stream today, absolutely. That's exactly what it should be, aviation uniting everybody, that's great. And Asenman is watching from Malaysia, greetings to Asia in that case. So, and we have an Edelweiss A350 actually departing on runway 28 to Las Vegas. I'm going to show you that one for sure. And what is the Swiss one doing? Now he's circling above the Brienz Rothorn as it looks, close to Interlaken. Above the, more or less over the Meiringen airbase. And now also they updated the photo as it looks, and it is currently tracked by 16,668 people. Swiss is also broadcasting, yeah, that's what they announced. Okay, since not... Actually, I could show you this Ethiopian A350 turning onto the runway, or crossing the runway, better say. And then once the Edelweiss is moving on runway 28, I'll pan over. Nice head-on view. This is really a perspective where the A350 is shining, in my opinion. The cockpit windows like that, it's really cool. I could actually zoom in a bit. How about that? Since it is all about A350s today, so... Oh. And here it continues. So I should get ready to film again. Let's get it in full size, since it is a very elegant aircraft. A little bit too much zoom there. Yeah, that's better. Here we go.
Submarine 01, wind 020 degrees 6 knots, runway 28, cleared for takeoff.
It's a route operated daily from Addis to Milan, then to Zurich, then he stays here pretty much the entire day, and in the evening he goes back to Addis via Milan. So not a non-stop service to Ethiopia. So many people here, incredible. Hundreds of people on this observations deck today. You may see, but hear it in the background. The Swiss A350 is getting the attention of the crowd here. Dann Sascha, der A350 der Swiss sollte kurz nach 15 Uhr hier ankommen. Zuerst ein Low Pass über die Piste 16 und dann die Landung auf der Piste 16. So, next we have the takeoff of the Condor Special Livery. I could actually show you that one as well. Und ja, Sascha, den kannst du auf Flight Radar mitverfolgen. Der kreist aktuell über dem Brienzersee.
AV228 Bravo Tower, go to dog summit behind company 350, line up running 28 right behind. One company 350 line up front, behind, to the north. 35 Mike.
Let's take a look at the Condor. Nö, im A350 des Swiss sind keine Passagiere drin. Der kommt vom Airbus-Werk in Toulouse. Das ist ein Überführungsflug, also der hat nur die Crew an Bord. Und vielleicht auch ein paar Medienvertreter oder so, ich weiß nicht, aber zahlende Passagiere auf jeden Fall nicht. Okay, A350 on the screen from Ethiopian. A350 also on the runway, the Edelweiss to Las Vegas. Now taking off on runway 28, so as we let this A350 disappear, the other one will appear in a few seconds. And yeah, I would prefer if it doesn't get covered up by those small aircraft, but yeah, classic spotter moment there.
To my compass departure. Outside Airways to Mike.
No, het geht, glaube ich.
Okie doke. So, okay, it's 2:40 p.m. It's getting closer, people, and I feel I'm still circling above central Switzerland. Okay, I guess my adrenaline will kick in once I see it really taking course to Zurich. Actually, the streaming kind of prevents me from getting nervous because I have to focus on talking and filming all at the same time. It makes it a bit easier. And still almost 900 people in there. Welcome everybody. I hope you enjoy the show and are ready for the big highlight of the day. It's not taking much time anymore. And the Swiss A350 will be here. If you enjoy the show, hit the like button and feel free to subscribe for weekly aviation content here in this channel, mainly from Zurich Airport. And if you would like to support me additionally, feel free to join the ZASF Geeks for additional content and early access to the regular uploads. Dann Burak, die Lufthansa, ja, wo ist die denn? Die Lufthansa, die ist gerade nicht unterwegs, leider. Zumindest nicht nach Zürich. They're doing a lot of pictures above the Prinz Rothorn as it looks. Okay, well, if it is a great... it's a great scene there over the Brienzersee actually, so, or the lake of Brienz, close to Interlaken. So, actually one of my favorite regions in Switzerland, landscape-wise. 777 on final, that's true, from San Francisco. Actually, why not showing you a moving 777 instead of one just standing around? Here it is. Going down, or landing on runway 14. Here we go. Unfortunately, this runway is behind the woods there, so no views on touchdowns. What should I show, 777 or A340? Yeah, let's go on the A340 now. We have seen the 777 before, especially since this one here will be retired very, very soon. It has had its last passenger flight this week and is now getting ready to be ferried over to Teruel. Berner Oberland, ja, schöne Gegend, absolut, muss man lassen. Okay, and now it's literally, we are definitely waiting just for one more aircraft, and that's the Swiss A350. Good question, Christos. The first passenger flight of the Swiss A350, as it is currently planned, will be on October the 25th in the morning to Palma de Mallorca. And I will be flying with it on the 26th to Düsseldorf. It disappears automatically, that's great. Wird kurz nach 15 Uhr hier ankommen wahrscheinlich. Zumindest planmäßig. Und der dreht aktuell sehr viele Runden über den Brienzer Rothorn. Moment, das sind 1, 2, 3, 4, das ist die 6. Runde, die er jetzt gerade dort dreht. 6 full circles above the Brienzer Rothorn. They seem to love the perspective up there. Well, we have some time to get some snacks until the big show is starting here. Yeah, the ETA, wait a minute. The ETA, which is currently on flight radar, is there even one? People have mentioned something around... Yeah, currently on flight radar it lists 14:52, that ain't gonna happen. This time is probably calculated if it would now proceed directly to Zurich, but it's currently still circling at 9,000 feet above the Brienzer Rothorn, and as long as it's doing that, it will get a bit later again. Yeah, I would expect that around 15:50 or 3:15 p.m.-ish. For the low pass, at least. And where is the fire brigade? They should... I'm actually waiting for one thing. The fire trucks, which will do the water saluting on this taxiway there. When the Edelweiss A350 landed here for the first time, they were there already like an hour before the landing. I hope this doesn't indicate that it takes another hour. Ja, ich kann schon mit der Kamera schwenken, wenn es sonst etwas gäbe, das ich euch zeigen könnte. Im Moment rollt hier genau gar nichts. Das ist ein bisschen der Nachteil jetzt am Nachmittag. Es ist nicht sehr viel los hier am Flughafen Zürich. We have, however, the Emirates A380 takeoff scheduled at 3:25 p.m. if it is on time. However, this pretty much conflicts directly with the Swiss A350 arrival. And other than that, it's really not much going on at the moment, so... that's true, Yves. However, last time they were actually... Oh, now they're coming. When we speak from off the table, here they are. Okay, one to the right, left, and then one to the right. The other one is actually behind the crowd. I can't show you that one. This one is now reversing to its position. And are they again measuring it with a band or something? Let me see. Ja, da wirst du dich gewöhnen müssen heute.
Okay, so Platz.
Nein, es ist tipptopp. Komme ich dir im Weg so, oder?
Gar nicht.
Alles gut, okay. Dann arrangieren wir uns so. Ah, just at the line there, okay. Good question. They are getting in position for the water salute. The A350 will vacate the runway at this taxiway there, and then the fire brigade will, let's say, shower it. They will create two water fountains, and then the A350 will taxi underneath this fountain. And I hope that I can show you that and I don't have any heads in the image. That would be very good. So, enough of that. We have a moving airplane for a change. An A320 of Edelweiss. Arriving from Madeira. Unfortunately, going into the alleyway between dock A and B, not on the taxiway right in front of us for a close-up shot. Would have been nice, but okay. Okay. What is that? The airport authority checking runway 16 for any debris. That's a good sign. And people are ready. I am ready. I hope you are ready as well. The people up here on the deck as well. And well, I read that the A350 stopped circling. Yes, they did stop circling. Climbed up again on flight level 130. And it looks like they are now joining the approach route or the arrival route to Zurich. So it gets serious now, people.
11859.
Sandro! Was ist die Frequenz nochmal für den Approach? 130, okay.
Anflug West.
Oh, okay, good. Merci. So, quickly had to coordinate a bit with the correct frequency for the ATC. Okay, and we got over 1,000 people watching for the first time on this channel. Absolutely incredible. That's a milestone, people. Welcome everybody to this live stream. And I hope you are ready for the Swiss A350. Just stopped circling above central Switzerland, and it looks like it joins now the standard arrival route into Zurich. And I now move the ATC scanner a bit closer to the microphone. You may listen to the call sign Swiss 1 Sierra Tango. So, and if I wouldn't have the head in the way, then yeah. This is what they are going to do when the A350 arrives. And he will taxi right underneath. Huh? Okay, they do another test run. There you go. Yeah, I think we will have to live with the fact that we will have people in the front when this happens.
Hello, 714 Tango, flight level 130 on the Bavarian Line 3 Golf, 320 with Alpha. Super 714 Tango, circle arrival, continue heading to the side of approach, runway 14, center flight, level 1, center flight level 70. Then flight level 70, and for heading, we get expected for the approach runway 14, 714 Tango.
Sascha hat was Probleme mit dem Ton. Ich gucke gleich mal schnell bei mir. Das sollte eigentlich alles normal laufen. Wedel weiß ja, also Platzrunde ist eine gute Frage. Er wird sicher einen Low Pass machen, das wissen wir. Ob er dann nochmal eine ILS oder einen RMP Approach macht oder wirklich eine Platzrunde auf Sichtflug, bleibt abzuwarten, aber die Nebeldecke ist relativ tief. Also ich glaube nicht, dass der heute Visual Patterns fliegt. Yeah, we're probably a bit far to the right, or maybe I could also take off the camera from the tripod for the water salute and film it like this. Wait, I quickly have to check whether this is possible even. This will be terrible to watch for you guys, but I would have to switch on the OIS, that's for sure. Then I take off the camera. And oh, like that, maybe. Yeah, this could work, but I would prefer it on the tripod, to be honest. I would definitely prefer it on the tripod, but I think I'm a bit too far to the right in order to have a clear view on onto this taxiway there. Hamza, he will land on runway 16. And it's getting closer, currently cruising above the... what lake is that? The Baldeckersee, I think. Yeah.
One whole people, and then rate of access 16, direction 20.
Yeah, tripod is okay theoretically. However, I have now the camera on the tripod. And although when I zoom in enough, then it may work. But yeah. I guess we will have to see. So then we have the next people getting into position. The follow me vehicles, which will escort the A350 afterwards from the runway to the parking position. And then I think there's also a camera vehicle there, the black one. So. Dann Yves, vielen herzlichen Dank für deinen Support und die 2 Franken. Thank you very much for your continued support, man. Highly appreciated. Wow, if there are so many people in the chat, it's man, it's really not easy to see those super chats, etc. I hope I haven't missed any. Have you heard it already on the frequency? I'm not sure. It's now on the standard arrival route already. And getting closer, that's for sure. Oh, so many people up here. Like it's difficult to guess, but I'd say around 500 or so. 1508, that would be the time for the low pass in that case. Okay, we take that. That would mean 10 more minutes. And it's now turning north. It's really not far out anymore. And if you would have clear skies, we would be able to see it very soon. Ah, ciao. Ja, bei dir? Ich bin live, ja. Ich kann mich kurz muten, ja. So, I can quickly show you where the people are waiting everywhere. Like down there are some people. Here on this tower thing. Then at Dock A are also some people at the roof of Dock A. And on the tower there is nobody. Okay, well, that would be a view up there for sure. Okay. I keep this A340 as a symbolic picture there because this is an aircraft which is getting replaced by an A350 as well. So yeah. My aviation heart is smiling and crying at the same time at the moment when I see a new A350 coming in and knowing that the A340 will disappear for that. Okay, it's now on downwind for runway 16. It's really not taking long anymore. 10 minutes, I'd say. And I feel now, as always when something special like this happens or a special aircraft comes up, nervosity is coming up and the adrenaline kick. That's one of the moments I enjoy most as a plane spotter actually. And especially as a plane spotter who does video. Because you know exactly you have one shot and this shot has to be perfect. As a photographer you may have you can do many photos actually and pick the best ones. But as a filmer there is one shot and no second chance whatsoever. And that's what makes it incredibly exciting, time after time. Wow. So, and we have another super chat. G. Howard, thank you very, very much for the €2.49 and your support, man.
seatbelt 714 Tango.
Of course, this support deserves also a horn for you to celebrate your support here. Highly appreciated. Thank you very much. And Hamza is donating $10. Thank you very much, man. Highly appreciated. Then Eve, I already have seen yours.
Bird 714 Tango, now for the speed restrictions. Contact tower 118.1. Speed 181
So, the excitement is in the air here, definitely.
Time 15 to enable the landing at around time 25, if that's fine for you. But first,
And I wonder how quiet it will get once it is inside.
So first, don't you expect vectors for the ILS 16? Back 16, 15 is good.
Ein Brief von der Steuerbehörde. Ich hoffe nicht. Ich hoffe nicht. Okay. A350 reaching the point when it will turn to the right, so eastbound, to join the final approach for runway 16 afterwards. Call sign is Swiss first. Okay. Then Golden Water, thank you very much for your $2 and your support. And yeah, we're like literally now waiting for the A350. That's the only thing what we want, of course. 25 people, 25,000 people track it on Flight Radar, almost 26,000 right now. Oh no, it joins a holding pattern, are you kidding? It turns to the left apparently, to the west, that's the wrong direction from our point of view. Why though? Okay. Hat er F18 im Schlepptau? Hat er F18 im Schlepptau, oder wie?
Ich weiß es nicht, ich hätte schon nie gehört.
Also jetzt geht er in das Holding rein, so wie es aussieht. Okay, you may have heard it on the ATC. Hold at Schiphol was the command. Schiphol is a waypoint to the west of the airport and it is entering a holding pattern there. Ja, es ist laut im Hintergrund, aber hey, wir sind sehr viele Leute hier, da kann ich nichts machen, Leute. Lands in Basel for reasons, okay, please not. Then you will hear people swearing around. Okay, I really would be knowing what the reason for the holding is. Etienne, hallo, schön dich wiederzusehen hier im Live-Chat. And also welcome to all the other people. We are, how many? Almost 1,300 people. Incredible. And you all are waiting for just one specific aircraft, I know. And it will be here in, well, hopefully a bit less than 10 minutes. Ja du, die Bahn, the runway is actually clear, approach sector as well. Everything looks pretty ready here, so... Begleitung mit Kampfjets wissen wir nicht. I'm also asking myself whether the weather is even allowing a low pass at the moment, because the fog layer is rather low. Yeah. We will see. We will see. Okay, he's at 9,000 feet as we speak. A350-1000, that's a good choice. So he's now flying eastward. That's theoretically the right direction for us if he doesn't turn around again. Region Güsten keine F-18 hörbar. Okay. Dann wird's ohne F-18 sein. Ja? Ja, ja. Flight past 3:15 p.m. and landing 15:25. Well, that would fit. Ach, kein Ding, von der Distanz ist gut. Aber auch nur extra, eh? And he does another holding pattern. Oh man. Good question. Who loves the Swiss A350? Well, I do. At least in the special livery. They will fly to Palma de Mallorca first, then Hanover, Düsseldorf, Prague. I think that's it. I think, maybe. Anything else? And then the first long-haul flight will be to Boston. Das ist die A340 Hotel Bravo Juliet Mike Golf. Die wurde kürzlich aus dem Verkehr genommen, wird bald nach Teruel überflogen, so wie es aussieht, für die Ausschlachtung, wenn man so schön will. They announced a low pass actually over runway 16. Let's see whether it will really happen or not. And he's still circling above the waypoint Gipol at the moment. Okay, now the adrenaline really starts to kick in here. Everyone is ready and you just have to wait. That's the moments I don't really like, but well. Ja, die geht am Montag, gell? Ja. On Monday, this A340 you see on the screen now will depart from Zurich for the last time. It's the first Edelweiss A340 which is taken out of service. Okay, there is one more landing coming in first, an Air Baltic A320. And maybe after that one, we love waiting, do we?
aber du musst halt auch kein Flugzeug, du darfst so. Lenny, wie gesagt, Flüge haben immer Vorteile. Egal wie man will, Flüge haben immer Vorteile.
Has he at least descended? Now still at 9,000 feet. Okay. Okay. Let's see some moving aircraft in the meantime, shall we? Then I can forget my nervosity a bit. A super exciting Air Baltic A220 off to Vienna for Austrian Airlines apparently. Tension is rising every second, yeah, absolutely. But that's why I love it so much when something special is going on up here. Whether it is such a event like a first landing or just a special aircraft like, I don't know, Air Force One or an Antonov 124 or whatever. Those last minutes before the arrival, that's where the excitement peaks. Yeah, I can put the ATC scanner close to the, well, theoretically I could, but I have the microphone on the, how do you say that in English? Am Geländer. And I don't want to fold the ATC scanner down to the roads. And if that happens, then I'm in deep trouble, trust me. But I can hold the scanner a bit closer to the microphone. That's what I can do for sure. And it looks like it's coming, people. He has exited the holding pattern and now takes course to intercept the final approach of runway 16. Ja, gute Frage. Low Pass bei dem Wetter. Zweifelhaft im Mindesten. So many people up here, hundreds of people, incredible. And now the excitement is rising for sure. The people are realizing now that they exited the holding pattern. And yeah. We have been waiting for 2 hours and now it's time for the first Swiss A350 to arrive in Zurich. Low pass over runway 16 question mark. It has been announced, but in this weather it is questionable. We will see. However, I just want to get a decent shot of it. Although he's coming directly towards the airport at the moment, like that, he would turn to the north first. Low Pass für die 1028, dafür wäre er viel zu hoch im Moment. Still at 9,000 feet, that's still a bit high. He would have to intercept the localizer at 4,000 or 5,000 feet. Now it seems like he's turning north. Yeah, and he starts descending. Okay. So a short downwind lag for runway 16, and then we will turn final approach.
Space first, you have to fly level 70. Descend flight level 70,
Almost 1,500 people in the stream, incredible. Do you hear anything? I don't hear any ATC. Yes, he's flying a bit to the north in order to intercept the final approach. And you can see that there's a Pegasus A321neo also joining final, most likely for 1-4, and they will sequence him behind the Pegasus as it looks.
26,000 feet, connecting 1024.
Well, I don't see it yet. Aviation 2024. There's a lot of fog in the sky. We will see it quite late, actually. We'll see it only on short final. At the moment, it's still on downwind for runway 16. As soon as I see it, I will pan over to the final approach. But before, cleared 4,000 feet, that's good. That's the interception altitude of the final approach, either ILS or RNP, or RNAF maybe. 31,000 people watch it on Flight Radar. Wow.
Next to Gippo, descend to 110, expect vectors out of 146. With the link enough speed restrictions around 5 knots, touchdown. No speed restrictions, just with the link.
I can't see it at the moment. Again, there's fog in the sky. Overcast.
Right heading 080, descend to 5,000 feet.
240, okay, that's the vector for not intercepting the localizer yet, but okay. Just that you guys know what I mean. You can't see anything that is higher than like, 150 or 200 meters above the ground. But what I can do is already zoom over to the final approach area of runway 16 if you like.
Then right heading 130 to 4,000 feet. Cleared ILS 16 report established. Then your right turn heading 130, descend to 4,000 feet. Cleared ILS 16. We'll go.
Cleared ILS 16, here we go.
So the link is speed 250 knots to left.
So, I guess in about 3 to 4 minutes maybe it will appear out of the fog. Etwa 3 bis 4 Minuten und dann wird er aus dem Nebel hervorkommen. Und dann ist die Frage Low Pass oder Landung direkt. Wir werden es am Funk verfolgen. Question is, will it do a low pass first or will it land directly? That's the question now. It's turning on final approach. Okay, you will soon see the Pegasus A321neo descending down to runway 14. That's not the one we're waiting for. And well, from the angle we are at right now, like the camera view, we will see it appearing out of the fog. So No point turning the camera from here. So, the Pegasus is now on short final already and I cannot see it yet, so it's still in the fog. That means the fog is really low and we will see the A350 very late as well. So,
Please wünsche eine schöne erste Landung. Contact Tower 1181 Runway. Danke vielmals, danke für die Unterstützung. 1181, that's first. Schönen Tag.
checking in a tower.
Zurich Tower, good afternoon. Swiss first heavy established Alice 16. Swiss first, thank you.
Hey. I always hit. Now you see the Pegasus A321neo on final. That's not it yet, people. Don't get confused. The A350 will come a bit from the right, actually. And it's now on final. So. Alright people, then all I can say is enjoy this historic moment of the first Swiss A350 arriving home at Zurich Airport.
Runway 16 clear to land, vacate via Echo 8. We will hold shortly after the runway crossing 28 to join up with safe house.
Okay, he said clear to land and vacate Romeo 8. That would mean no low pass. It looks like it will land directly. Yeah, I already kind of assumed that due to the fog. Oh, and we see it. You see the landing light there? There it is. There it is. And my autofocus is, yeah, letting me down. I hate that. Come on. Come on. You have to be kidding me. Okay, I'll zoom in once it is a bit closer. And the focus can distinguish the airplane from the background. Okay. Oh God, are you serious? So komm, doch nicht dumm. Blöder Autofokus. Okay, switching on manual focus now. This is now fully improvised. I hope it's sharp. Okay, back on autofocus, and here it is. The The first Swiss Airbus A350 in all its glory. Yeah, as expected, stopping on the runway there. And as you can see here on the taxiway, now we have the follow me vehicles coming onto the runway, which will escort him down the runway and to the parking position. Let's get a closer look at it. Yeah, well, I can't zoom in much more, but I'll get a close-up shot later. Look at this beauty. Alright, let's zoom out and get a full-scale view on it. I'll do a close-up shot afterwards again. Yeah. And now the question is whether we will see the water salute, because oh man, please. Yeah, maybe no. People are in the way, damn it. Yep, we are a bit too far to the left, to the right, unfortunately. Yeah, I should have taken the camera off the tripod. Okay. Okay, Shit happens. Let's take a close-up shot next, shall we? Now taxi down a bit, then turn around and come back, and then we'll have a closer look at the other side. To be honest, I'm not sure whether the same stickers are on the other side as well. There are 13 in total, that's what I know. Okay, now there's a pole in the way. In the meantime, look what's pushing back there. I think I can show you the takeoff of the A380 as well afterwards. However, first, our main focus is the A350, of course. How about that picture? The A380 in the background. Ah, sorry. Now back on the A350. I'm going to take a close look at all the stickers there from the front to the back again. Let's see. Okay, and now it disappears behind the crowd. Going to the parking position B38. And the crowd will follow it. That means we will get a bit more space up here, which is also good. So, I hope you enjoyed it. I did my best given the circumstances to get a nice, decent, steady shot of it. We were unfortunately a bit unlucky with the water salute since we have people in the front, but well, that's how things are on such busy days. But if I look here in the chat, yeah, it seems like you people enjoyed it. That's great. And we have one more highlight to follow, actually. The Emirates A380 departure. That's a nice end point of this stream later. Ja, ich habe Pech gehabt mit dem Water Salute. Ja, ich habe einen Pech gehabt. Naja. Okay, so kann man es auch machen. Das wäre auch eine Idee gewesen. Einfach das ganze Stativ aufheben. Ja. Ja, auf die Idee kommst du erst nachher. Naja. Alright, here we have Emirates A380 to Dubai, getting ready for departure on runway 16. I think I'm going to show you that one as well. Er parkiert dort hinten. Ja. Da kannst du ihn von nahem anschauen. And yes, absolutely. Pierito and Lone Ranger DJ, thank you very much for your moderation here in the live chat. And let's be honest, this A350 just looks great. I really like these stickers. For me as a Swiss, I immediately know, or like most of the symbols, I know what they are referring to. But I didn't pay attention now. Were both sides the same, or were there differences? I would have to check that afterwards on the footage, apparently. So, the Emirates A380 taxiing down on Echo to runway 16. Of course, I will not finish the stream now. I'm going to show you this beast departing, that's for sure. And yeah, the A350 is home. Wait, hang on a second. Did you have peak times of 1,800 people watching? That's incredible. Thank you very much, everybody, for joining today. And we have one big highlight ahead of us, the A380 takeoff. Sorry, aufpassen, dass du das Stativ kommst, bitte. Das wäre super, danke. The A330s of Swiss are not getting retired that soon. They will get the new cabin as well with the Swiss Sense cabin, the same one as the A350 does. So this one will be around for a while. And wait, we had over 2,000 people watching. Well, that is an incredible milestone. Incredible, wow. Never had I expected such a huge crowd to join this live chat and live stream. Thank you very much, everybody. I hope you enjoy it. And I hope you will enjoy this A380 departure as much as the A350 arrival. Okay, the engines have different stickers. That's what somebody is writing here. And on one side we have Luzerne and something else on the other side.
Können Sie Deutsch?
Ja, sicher.
Was ist heute spezial?
Der Flüger dort hinten, das ist der erste A350 von der Swiss.
Der?
Ja, ist gerade frisch von Toulouse aus der Werkstatt.
Der
Quasi.
ist jetzt...
Das allererste Mal da, ja.
Okay.
Darum hat es so viele Leute da.
Ah,
Genau.
okay. Danke vielmals.
So, whilst we are waiting here for the A380, we have an A330 getting towed over to Dock E. Let's just get some moving aircraft onto the screen until the A380 is out. But of course we are waiting now for the big boy over there.
Emirates A380, Quebec, wind 050 degrees 5 knots, runway 16 cleared for takeoff. Runway 16 cleared for takeoff, Emirates A380.
So, takeoff already for the A380, that's good. No waiting time as in other streams. So, are you ready for the largest passenger liner in the world to depart? Got to unlock the tripod head. Yeah, and that happens when you have people in the front. Yeah, it's really the disadvantage when you have such a public event up here on the terrace. So, and then I also get probably my last shot of Hotel Bravo, Juliet Mike Golf. This is actually the Edelweiss A340, of which I have most footage of all Edelweiss A340s. Somehow I always got this one in front of my lens, so I'll have to get this one again. Interesting. How much time has passed since the A350 was here? Like 5 minutes or so, and everyone has gone to the parking position. Okay, people. I have other duties this afternoon as well. I have to go back to the office. So, this is the end of this live stream. I do first the closing words in German and then in English. Das ist nun das Ende des Livestreams. Ich muss nun wieder ins Büro. Ich danke euch allen herzlich, dass ihr heute dabei wart. Wir hatten einen unglaublichen Zuschauerrekord und auch einen Like-Rekord von 645 aktuell. Also das sprengt alles, was wir bisher gesehen haben. Hier vielen herzlichen Dank für euren Support. Vielen Dank für die neuen Mitgliedschaften und für die Superchats. Das war echt unglaublich heute. Und wir sehen uns wieder am Sonntag, so wie es aussieht, für den wöchentlichen normalen Livestream hier am Flughafen Zürich. Ich wünsche euch einen guten Abend, einen schönen Freitag, einen guten Start ins Wochenende und bis zum nächsten Mal. Danke und auf Wiedersehen. Well, people, that's the end of this live stream. Thank you very, very much for joining everyone today. It was an incredible viewer record which we got today, also a like record. It's still climbing up now, 665. Thank you very much for all your support, for your new memberships of the ZASF Geeks. I will include them, of course, on the screen in the next live stream. Then also the super chats. Thank you very much. It was incredible, and I hope you enjoyed the show. I wish you a great rest of the day, a good start into the weekend, and the next live stream here is most likely on Sunday morning, the regular weekly live stream here from Zurich Airport. I would be very happy if I would see some of you again there. That being said, again, thank you very much for watching. See you next time, and goodbye everybody.
Bist du zufrieden mit dem heutigen Tag?
Ja, absolut.
Schon.